Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Divine Shakti Rising Virtual Summit. I'm your host, shefaliburns. Thank you so much for being here with us today. If you're new to me, new to my show, new to my channel on YouTube, please do subscribe so you can take advantage of all the current shows, all the previous shows, all the shows coming up. It is my deepest wish, desire, and intention to bring to you these amazing speakers, teachers who are sharing their wisdom, their teachings, their experiences, their processes, their healings and clearings, etc., so that we can all thrive, so that we can all awaken to happiness now. And so today, my dear friend Neetta Karkhanis is back with us. She was on our show a couple of years ago on Awaken to Happiness Now. So she's back with us here today on Divine Shakti Rising. And we're going to be talking about transcending your subconscious beliefs to change surviving to thriving. And some of what we're going to talk about today is how our subconscious beliefs shape our lives and the world around us, how one can reinvent themselves from their deepest beliefs, how patterns from our core, our soul, and genetic history beliefs shape us, right? And
Yes.
if life feels heavy or out of balance, if there's blocks in your life, it's ready to be released. And so we're going to do a mini theta healing session today with womb healing. Oh, I'm so excited about that. And we're going to talking about changing the narratives of our life. So that's important as well. So all of that and so much more, of course. And if you don't know Neetta, like I said, she has been with us in the past years ago, but she is a soul alignment coach and a quantum energy alchemist dedicated to guiding you back to your highest frequency. And her journey, her spiritual journey, began many years ago with a personal quest for self healing through completing her Reiki Grand Master practice, which blossomed into a mastery of shamanism, Akashic Records, theta healing, NLP, Kundalini breathwork, crystals, Terramai, Access Consciousness bars, Galactic Light Codes, and Pleiadian Light Healing. And these modalities, amongst many others, helped create the foundation to what she does today. And so we're going to talk to Neetta about a lot of what she's doing right now because I've been following Neetta obviously for a few years now, and so I've been seeing all her posts, etc., all her travels and all her retreats. I'm always so excited. So Neetta, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope I was not muted the whole time.
No, you weren't.
Okay,
I
I
could
don't
hear.
know. I don't know what happened there. But yes, everyone, please join me in welcoming Neetta to the show. And Neetta, if you can just share a little bit first about your journey, how you became to be a healer, plus all the wonderful things that you are doing in the world, that would be great.
Um, Thanks for having me on your Divine Shakti Summit, Shefali, and it's great to connect with you again online. So yeah, I
One of these days in person, one of these days.
yes, hopefully. You're coming to India, right?
I am. I'm planning on coming this fall for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so we catch up there.
Yes, exactly.
So, well, I started my journey not as a healer. I used to fly for an airline for many years, but my my life journey took me towards spirituality. As Indian parents, as my Indian parents, I had religious people, but my mom was spiritual, and she actually was the one who took me onto the path of spiritualism. She taught us meditation, to chant Om and stuff like that as children. But the way my life shaped, and I always kept asking for questions as to why was this happening and why was this happening and why did this happen, even though I was having a fantastic time in my job. It led me to learn modalities, and Reiki is one of them that I learned first. And I never thought I would teach it, but I do teach that now today. And so that's how it started with Reiki, and then Theramai Sekim, which is also something like Reiki that also has symbols. And then it was crystals and shamanism and whatever else that shows on the list there. But
Yeah.
when I started working with theta healing, that's when I actually made theta healing as a basis of everything that I do. Even when I go into meditation or I take someone into a journey, shamanic journey also, I start with a theta healing where I take them to the seventh plane, and then do everything else that I do. So that changed my life. That actually made me go into my subconscious, and what I wanted all these years to change things in my life, I could do it with theta healing, where I could go into my subconscious and see where I was making a mistake, and I could tweak it
Mm.
and get a better of myself actually. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's my journey. So I no longer fly, and I'm a full-time, I wouldn't call a healer. I actually would say that I I mentor people and coach them, because healing is there within each one of us. We just not
Absolutely.
aware of it.
Yeah,
Or we just
absolutely.
don't accept it. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't believe that we can heal ourselves. And
Yeah.
again, because we are going to be on YouTube after, when we talk about healing, we are talking about energy healing
Yeah.
in this format and on this platform. So neither myself or Neeta are medical practitioners or medical professionals. So if you do have any physical, mental, emotional, spiritual issues of a serious nature, please see a professional. We are sharing our experiences and our journeys using energy healing mostly. Okay. So, but I also saw, Neeta, that you do quite a few retreats as well.
Yes. So I started my retreats in 2020, 2022. So I do retreats to Egypt, so which is like a 10-day tour where we align you with the energy of the land, and every fantastic temples that they have, or the sites that they have, are actually based on a chakra. So we have the journey that way, and then we have a Nile cruise also. So we go along the Nile through all the chakras, like from the root to the crown, and have a deep meditation for the entire group in a private setting inside the pyramids. So that is the highlight of that retreat, and it's wonderful. Um,
Awesome.
and of course, I do the retreats to Bali, which is like empowering women kind of a stuff, and then to a few in India, we're in the Uttarakhand in the Himalayas, and yeah.
Lovely. I love it. That's something I've always wanted to do was lead retreats and but how stuff happens in life and you just follow the breadcrumbs and you keep taking steps and moving forward. But that's one thing I definitely have always wanted to do was go on retreats and lead retreats and bring people on retreats. So,
So
who
we should
knows?
collaborate, Shefali.
Yes, definitely. We should definitely collaborate because that is definitely one of the things on my bucket list of things to do that I want to share with people as well. So there's so much, available for us and support and resources and change and transformation that's available. And sometimes the greatest change and transformation happens when we are out of our normal, comfortable situations and we're
Absolutely. Yes.
right. Yeah. So it's
That's
about,
what a retreat does actually. So you have you have a person, I would say, all to yourself, where you can, and that person also feels like it doesn't have to go home and make a meal or look after a kid or a husband or a boyfriend. And so like you are with your soul tribe,
yeah.
and it's a wonderful experience.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. So we'll definitely have to talk about that a bit more and collaborate and see what we
Yes.
can
Yes.
we can create together, right? So today we're talking about, and this is something I know a lot of us talk about on many shows, but even myself, we talk about subconscious beliefs all the time because let's face it, um, most of our life is run by our subconscious, not by our conscious mind, right? And so a lot of times, I mean, I think I know most of my subconscious beliefs, but I'm sure there's some that are hidden, right? But I, a lot of the beliefs that are running the show behind the scenes in the subconscious are ones that we can change, right? So all beliefs can be changed, right?
Yes, all beliefs can be changed. And all beliefs are not really to a disadvantage to
Absolutely. Yeah.
us. Like, we are what our beliefs are. So if we believe we should not steal, that's also a good belief, you know.
Yeah.
So it's not that all our subconscious beliefs are bad or they need to be tweaked. In fact, 95 to 98% of beliefs are subconscious.
Yes, absolutely. And some are playing a role of protecting us, keeping us safe, etc. So there are a lot of good like value in everything, right? Like who we are is based on our beliefs, subconscious or conscious, it doesn't really matter. But who we are is based on our beliefs, and our reality that we are experiencing is based on our beliefs. So if something in our reality is not working for us, that is what we need to look at and change and tweak. So not everything. So don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. I hate that saying, but that is the phrase, right? So so we have to have beliefs in order to function in this reality. If you don't want to function in this reality, that's a different story, that's a different show, right? But in order to function in this reality so that you can create your best life and have your best life, you need to look at your beliefs. And a lot of times they can be quite simple, right? So sometimes beliefs are like right in your face, but you still don't want to change them. So for example, I was talking the other day how I said I have the belief that I can't leave my kids. So I want to live somewhere warm, right? But I don't want to leave my kids because I don't want my kids to feel abandoned. They're older. I mean, like they're 27 and 31 almost, right? But still, kids are kids, and it is what it is. So I have that belief that if I leave my kids, they're going to feel abandoned. So that's a belief I have. So that is stopping me from, maybe moving somewhere warm, which I would prefer, right?
Maybe that's your comfort zone. So our beliefs are our comfort zones. So it doesn't. Um, I mean, we would like to think that yes, they it would affect someone else, but it's only affecting us, and the and the what do you say, the choices we make are based on that. So you are also making a choice of not knowing.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And so when we look at the beliefs, subconscious beliefs especially, don't think of them as the big bad wolf under the bed, right? These beliefs are shaping our reality, are shaping our world, and a lot of them are great and serving us, but we have to look at what isn't. So this belief, and so I'm just using myself as an example, right? So this belief that I have that my kids will feel abandoned, is that really true? It may not be. They may not feel abandoned, right? And so it's about looking at that. And, it always comes down to, you know, I am the center of my universe, right? My kids are the center of their own universes. They're playing out their reality, their choices, etc. But so it's a choice I'm making, right? And so it is a fear also, I guess you could say. I have a fear that they're going to feel abandoned, right? And so we have
Yeah.
to look at these beliefs and really be honest and truthful with ourselves about these choices, about these feelings, about these beliefs that we have, and then we can tweak them and change them,
Yes.
right?
Absolutely. Yeah. So just because you live with a child, it doesn't mean that you are giving them love and support. So this is just in your subconscious that you have to live with your children to make them feel loved or supported. So
Yeah.
the support can come from anywhere, like you could be in any part of the world, and you would still be a good mother.
So that brings up that other belief, right? Like all of us mothers, we always have this fear that we're going to wreck our children's lives, that we're not a good mother, etc. But that again, that's a deeper one. But again, that goes down to our core belief of not being enough or not feeling good enough or something about our self-worth, right?
Yeah. So yes, it is also that, and also it comes from our upbringing. So if we've had mothers who would be who would have probably not done the things that made us feel loved, supported, and so hence we felt abandoned. So we don't want to make those choices in life, thinking that if I do this, if I go away from my child, I would be abandoning my child.
Yeah.
So it also stems from there, like our experiences, our life patterns, and of course the beliefs that are there. So all this is like it's like it's a biryani actually. Put a
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
of this, a little of this, and a little of that. So it does. You just need to sort it out, like
Yeah.
piece by piece.
Yeah. And so the beliefs that we are holding, and so like, like right now, I'm just using myself as an example, but I didn't, I mean, yes, I thought about the abandonment piece and all that stuff, but I didn't go deeper into it. I was just surface level. Oh, I don't want to leave my kids. I didn't go deeper into like, what does that mean? What does that look like for me? Why is that coming up for me, etc. So when we're doing belief work and looking at our beliefs, it is important to go deeper, not just stay at the surface level to get the real change and transformation.
Yeah. You have to dig deeper into your subconscious and bare your soul to yourself. Like, what if I do this, and what if that? Yes, um, will they feel abandoned, or do I feel that they will feel abandoned?
Yeah.
So the reality is different from what we feel always.
Yeah. And it's not always about our consciously thinking about, are they going to feel abandoned, and talking to them. It's not about that. It's about what's going on inside me, right? So I'm sure they'll be fine. So so it's like I mean, if I'm being really honest, they'll be fine, right? Um, but it's my own fears. So these are my own beliefs. And it really has nothing to do with them. It has to do with me and
Where does
my
your stems from? Like I just hear someone say that, what about talking to your children? Barbara says that. But yes, communication is also a mode of opening a dialogue with the children and seeing what they feel.
Yeah, exactly. But at this, when it comes to the belief work, like even if I'm talking to you right now, it's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But
Yeah.
that is not necessarily going to change anything,
Yes. Yeah.
right?
It will. Yeah. True. So what you feel, you need to go into dig deeper into the root cause of it, and the root cause of it, as I think you mentioned earlier, could be as simple as that. Maybe fear of uh, loneliness, fear of being abandoned yourself, or fear of or lack of something.
Yeah,
So it could be that.
yeah. And that is what needs to be healed or cleared, whatever word you want to use, and changed and transformed so that then the reality can change, right?
Yes. Yes.
So, Annette is writing in the chat. She says, I feel like I'm starting from scratch to learn to thrive. Most of my beliefs came from family, peers, and society telling me I'm not enough or too much, and all of it was not truth. Yeah, so all of our beliefs, or most of our beliefs, do come from society and families, but also from our DNA as well, from our lineage and past lives as well, right, Neeta?
Yes, so all that is talking of our core beliefs, which comes from our parents, from our peers, from our loved ones when we are children. So it basically starts in your mother's womb. When you are still in your mother's womb, that's when you pick up beliefs which are not yours, of what you hear your mother's beliefs, or the father who's probably talking to her, and how she feels at that time. So that all comes under core beliefs. And of course, your soul comes from we choose our parents, we choose our mother actually. So you come into want to come into this life with a plan that my soul is going to be doing this, and I'm going to learn something. But that's of course soul belief, but that stays aside because you get so entangled in the core beliefs that I think you reach your midlife, and then you realize, oh my God, I think that's my soul belief, and I need to work on that, or I needed to do that, And then, as you say, genetic beliefs come from your forefathers and the lineage, and then something that goes beyond the seven generation is history belief. So that's gone way beyond. So.
Right. So there are a lot of beliefs for sure, right? But it's about starting from where you're at, right?
Yes.
So for example, so Annette, I'm just going to use you as a quick example because you're here, right? So for example, one of the issues that Annette is having recently is about not wanting to declutter. Like she wants to declutter, but then she's not doing it, right? So there's some resistance there. So there's some sort of belief in play that is creating this friction, creating this resistance, creating this unease in her life around decluttering and stuff, right?
So who is this you said? Annette?
Yeah,
And okay. So
Annette. Yeah.
so this could be a belief that she doesn't want to let go. Like she feel, because see, we do feel that decluttering is good for us, but most of the stuff that we have in our homes and in our spaces and in our environment is all has a certain memories with us, and those memories are what we don't wish to let go of. So that's how we end up holding. I'm also one of them. I have stuff from all memories of my flights, my life, family, and then I don't want to give it away. I don't want to throw it, because I feel that if I throw that away, it would be like I'm giving up on a memory. And so that's where the decluttering is needed, when we need to make space for something new in our life. And so that's where you need to detach from that item your memory, because a memory can stay with us. It doesn't have to be in that item. It doesn't have to be in this painting. So I think it could be that she would have to detach and do a cord cutting, and with 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 the emotions that she has with that item. So when you do that, it doesn't mean the person goes away. It's just that you energetically you cut yourself from that stuff or that person or that item, and then it's easier to throw it in.
Hmm. Okay, makes sense. Does that make sense, Annette? I was just using you as an example. Let me know how that resonates with you, how that makes you feel, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. So again, beliefs are always running the show in some way, right? Everything is based on our beliefs. And so if we want to change our beliefs, if we want to change our reality, we have to look at our beliefs and be willing to change them, let them go, not hold on to the story of whatever was going
Yes.
on. But
Of
those are
what is
but those are the
told.
conscious ones, right? Those are the ones that we know of.
Yeah, like consciously say, like we if we have been told in our childhood that money doesn't grow on trees, or that it is only good people make money. You have to work hard to make money. So even if you hold, like if you hold a job, and then you end up comparing yourself with the person next to you, and you realize that, oh, that person gets all easy assignments, and then the salaries are the same. That person gets easy assignment, and you end up working late in the night, doing overtime, not getting paid for that. And you feel, oh, it's not fair, and like I work so hard, and but you have a belief that says that you have to work hard to make money.
Mhm.
So you attract that. So we end up mirroring to the world what beliefs we have. And we don't even realize that, because it's like an how do you say, it's an underplay. Like,
Yeah.
it's like behind the scene.
Yeah.
But when you tweak those beliefs which stop you from doing things, or like listen to someone and say that, okay, maybe it's like this, or like money doesn't grow on trees. So, well, then you're not going to get money. But if you do believe money grows on trees, it's not an actual tree, but it is going to come to you. The money is going to come easily to you.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So it's about we can reinvent ourselves by changing some of those deepest beliefs, right? But first you have to know what they are.
Yes, yes. You need to dig deeper into yourself without being judgmental.
Yes.
First, not judging yourself as to why do you have that belief, and not blame, say if it's come from your parents or your peers or elders. It's because they know better. And so that's what they had learned from their parents, or if they have told you that that's all that was there for them. It's like we every generation has to upgrade itself. I mean, if we could upgrade from a black and white TV to a LED, and then etc., whatever new things that come to it, if I can upgrade my phone from 15 to 17, i I should upgrade my beliefs also. I can't say, oh, my mom used to use that phone, which was like not linked. It was not a digital one. It was like a hard handset. It doesn't
Mhm.
mean that that was right. That is the right thing to do in today's world.
Yeah, absolutely. So changing our beliefs and reinventing ourselves is about upgrading our thoughts, our beliefs, our patterns, etc., so that we can function with more ease and not just function, but thrive in this reality that we're in now.
Absolutely.
Right? So a lot, like we pick up a lot of beliefs from the time from 0 to 7, for example, right? And some
Yes.
of those ones, I mean, I know I did, right? And for myself, one of the biggest ones was the abandonment one, for sure, right? Um, and so that has stayed with me, has colored perhaps my choices and my reality up until now, right? And so if I don't do anything about it, it's going to continue to to show up, right? It's an energy, it's a frequency, obviously, right? But it's about looking at that and saying, yeah, that is how I experienced life then, but look at who I am now. It's different. I'm not the same person. My reality is not the same. Everything is different. So maybe it's time to upgrade and change that belief to I'm safe, for
Yes.
example.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's not as simple as that. It's not just about using the words, right?
Yeah. So that is the difference. Like I would tell anyone, like you have people who use switch words, or who use light codes or affirmations, and then you see that a group of people are given the same affirmations, but it could work for only five of them, and the others would be still struggling with it, or and they all doing it in the same way that you've taught them. So it's that the five people are maybe open to it, or they're ready for it, or they don't have the subconscious beliefs that the other group has.
Right.
And so the same things don't work for everyone. I mean, it's easy to say today that yes, journaling, do journaling, or like just say affirmations, or just do this, or do a meditation. That takes time, and for someone it will be instantly. And so I know it would be boring to go digging into each and every aspect of your life. Why can't I meditate? Why can't I do this? But yeah, you could do something else. Maybe meditation works for me. It could not work on someone else. So then you devise another method for that person to calm his or her nervous system, and the way that, so there is no one rule that fits all.
For
So
sure.
that's something we need to accept. And I think
Yes.
every healer and every coach needs to accept that it's not this way or nothing at all.
Yeah,
Each
that's true. Oh, so Barbara's saying it's hard to hear you now, Neeta.
oh, is it?
A little bit.
What do I do? So here I sit near to my
Sure.
iPad.
Yeah,
Can you hear me now?
I can.
Or maybe I'm turn up the volume. No, it is on full.
Yeah, you're okay. We can hear you. So Barbara, maybe you need to turn up your volume. I don't know. But I think it's fine. No, it's all good.
Okay.
Um, so let's talk a little bit about a little bit more in depth around the patterns that form from our core soul genetic and history beliefs. I know we've been talking around it already, but w- what do you mean by the patterns that form from our core? So can you give us some examples of that as well?
So when I say core beliefs, and you also mentioned that when the child before a child is born, uh, till the age of 7, you can actually mold that person's character, the child's character, to what that child, he or she, grows up as an adult to be. So, like the basic things about like honesty, how to work, how to see other people, how to interact, how to make money, um, how to have harmony in relationships, um, how to whatever. You can actually uh, groom that child to be what you want. And I think most parents are doing that when they say that, oh, that child has good upbringing. It's because it's accepted by the society. So you feel that it's a good upbringing because the child is polite, doesn't speak ever, or like doesn't speak up, or just says yes, yes, yeah, whatever you're doing is right. But we don't see how it's harming that child, because that child has come with a soul journey, and it's actually believed everything that the parent has told him or her, and so it's forgotten to live its life, what it's there on this earth. So we are not come here on earth to eat, drink, party, sleep over somewhere, and have a good time, earn money, or whatever we all think we have to do. We have come here to learn and to teach. So every interaction in life is just that, an interaction to learn from that interaction and to teach. So that's how, and it's not that you just because you're a coach you need to teach. I think I have learned so much from my childhood. My son has taught me so much. And I mean, I used to always call him, oh, you're so selfish. You're selfish, because he put himself first always. He
Mm-hmm.
shared, but yet it was like he shared. Like he gave it to everyone. He wanted to give it. He was generous. And he just asked me one simple question once as a child, like, is it wrong to be selfish? And I mean, it actually took me back, and I felt that yes, I'm only going as to what my parents had taught me, to be unselfish, to do not think of yourself,
Yeah.
think about the other person. So we have our beliefs based on society, like what is expected of us, and our core beliefs start even before we are born. And we're going to do that today. I'm going to take you all in a mother's womb, where it all began, the story of this life began. And you're going to go there and see what are the beliefs that are picked up by you in your mother's womb, which have actually shaped your life in many ways.
Yeah.
So the core beliefs are the ones which I think builds us up for what kind of relationships we have in life, and how we deal with those relationships, whether it's friends, it's work colleagues, it's love, um, affection, social. Um, it all shapes that, how our core beliefs are. It could not be a maybe not a parents, maybe it could be a grandparent who's brought us up. So
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so yeah, so that's how it is. So giving
Yep.
you a small example, like I used to live with my grandmother because both my parents were working. I was born in Mumbai, and they would leave me at my dad's mom to her house all through the week, and then weekends I would go home to them because then they would have time for me because they were not working. And so my grandmom is to go every night to this temple next to the house and listen to kirtans, like they would praise God and stuff like that in the temple. And so I felt that was what we needed to do always in life. As a child, that's all I had seen. I mean, and so I felt that that shaped my life somewhere also. That I felt anything that I need to do, I need to go and pray and speak to God and say, please, can you do this one? Oh my God, I have to do this for you. So, so it's a these are simple things which we really do not understand then. But if you go back, you realize that yes, these things have shaped your life in some way good, and in some way maybe it's gone so deep that we don't see anything else. So that's when it gets toxic.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. And I know, I mean, like I don't have memories of my childhood, unfortunately, but I do know that my dad came to Canada 3 years before we came, and so he came to Canada, and so my mom left me with my grandparents because she was already she couldn't handle 3 kids, so she left me with them for a while, and and then we all came here, so which was it's fine. But I think that that piece of her leaving me with my grandparents, a part of it was like, that was her way of trying to make sure I was taken care of, well cared for, and everything, and I got a lot of love and support and all that wonderful stuff from my grandparents and family. Great. But then I think that there was a part of it that felt like I was abandoned, right?
Yes,
That, why did she leave me and she kept the other 2 kids? I mean, there are logical reasons, but as a child, right? It's that feeling of like why me? Why, like, am I not good enough
yes,
to stay? So it's just an example of, and so even though I don't remember my childhood, these are things that were told to me that I stayed, with my grandparents and aunts and uncles and all that kind of stuff, and for a while. Um, so, but so even if I don't remember, it still, I think, had a deep impact on me, right?
yes.
And so, and so maybe that has stayed up until this time, even, even though I've done so much work healing on myself, clearing and energy work and all that wonderful stuff, shamanism and everything, you name it. But still, there might still be some pieces that still need healing. Some parts of me that still need healing, right?
Yeah. So healing is not. I mean, healing today has become a word where I mean, whenever I do sessions with younger generations, they feel that healing. Oh, but I don't need healing. They say. So healing is just another word for changing. I mean,
Exactly.
of a better word.
Healing is another word for transformation and change. Yeah, I agree.
So it's not that you're broken and somebody's going to heal you. It's just that somebody's helping you sort out the mess wherever it's like right here.
Yeah.
Like how you would go to a doctor to say, okay, I need to do a blood test and going to see my heartbeats and my BP and stuff like that. So that's how you.
Yeah, I totally agree. And so, so because I know there are other people as well on the call and in the community who also may not remember their childhood, right? But at the same time, it doesn't matter if you remember or not, because you'll see the effect of those
Yeah.
beliefs in your reality, in your world, in your life.
And maybe this stems your, I mean, just coming back to your feeling that your children would feel abandoned, also maybe comes from there.
For sure.
So like that you don't want to leave them even when they are like super independent today.
Yeah.
It's just so I think it
Yeah, they
is.
don't live with me. Like, they live on their own downtown. I mean, I don't even live with
Ah,
them, but still, I'm close. 45 minutes. I can be there in 45 minutes, kind of thing, right? So it's that kind of thing. But yeah, so it's, it has shaped, my choices and shaped my life, right?
Yes,
And so Barbara says, I feel one does not have to recall in order to decide what you wish to change about yourself.
totally,
Totally.
yes.
Yes. Totally agree. Yeah. And I just wanted to, share that piece because I know there are other people who don't remember their childhoods, and what's important is not that you don't remember or anything, but it's about what is happening in your life now that is not working that you want to change, right?
You have to
So,
see the pattern actually, like, I mean, there's so much of information that's been shared on social media today. I don't believe that all of it is right, but yet you can see the pattern today, and at least people know how to see a pattern in their life. Like if the same thing keeps repeating in your life, in your career or wherever, um, the pattern remains the same for that belief.
yeah, absolutely. And so sometimes I will take a look at my life and I will see certain patterns. And I'm like, oh, but I'm like, I'm not recreating this pattern. It's like once I recognize it, it's like, no, I'm not choosing this one again, right? And I know it's not that simple, but I think awareness too of the patterns that you're
Yes,
noticing is important.
yes, yes. Living in consciousness is so important to me. I mean, you don't have to follow a modality, or you don't need to do a PLR, or you don't need to read your Akashic. Just being living in consciousness.
Yes, absolutely.
It,
Yes.
the answers are all within us.
Yes, absolutely. I totally agree. And so if life feels heavy or out of balance or out of sync, or, things are not working in your life, that's also a sign that something is ready to be released, right?
Yes, yes.
And that and that's
It's
interesting.
yes, because it's like if you have if you keep on avoiding taking a decision or changing, so you would have, at the end of it, everything is energy. You need this laptop, the chair I'm sitting on, the environment here in this room, it's all energy. So if we see that the source power is actually helping you all the time to reach that destination where we all become just light. Yeah. So we need this source power. So it gives you hints that, okay, what you're doing here is wrong. This is a wrong choice. Or this is, it'll tap you, it'll like shake you up, and at some point it'll kick you.
Yeah.
So before you get kicked, if you
Yes.
you do see, oh yes, I did get slapped there. Oh yes, I did get a nudge there. Oh yes, I did get yes, I stumbled that day, like at life. And so if if you do see that, that's your pattern, and then
Yeah.
then it's easy to change. But it
Yeah.
doesn't mean that, okay, now I'm going to change my job because my job did this. It's just something within you that is reflecting once again that that job that you've taken, which works beautifully for someone else, is giving you the problem, or that relationships. So you don't have to change the wives so many times. Say, oh, I don't like her. That's a pattern. I'll get another one.
Yeah.
No, that person will reflect what you are. The whole world reflects what we are. Just
Mm.
very well.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's about changing our point of view. It's about changing our beliefs, about
Yeah.
changing our um uh,
Perception. Actually tweaking.
perception. Absolutely. Yeah. And it's about changing that narrative in our life and it's like, I know for me, sometimes I need to be hit on the head with a 2x4, because until I finally like, oh my God, okay, okay, let me change something. Like I need to definitely look at this now, right? Because sometimes for me, I get so caught up in life and I'm so busy that it's like I don't have time to deal with this right now. I'll deal with this later, and then I keep saying I'll deal with it later, 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 and later comes what unfortunately, it took me 8 months of having to be yeah, not well, because I was like I had to finally look at stuff and deal with it. Um, so we do get nudges first. We do get little nudges, but it's about listening to that. Michelle, I see that you're unmuted. Did you have a question or comment, or is that by accident? Maybe it's by accident. Okay, no worries. Okay, awesome. Speaking of, anybody have any questions for Neetta about what we're talking about? Yeah,
So
everything is a teacher for sure.
what belief would they have they identified something that they would like to work on, or should we go into the mother's womb and pick up something?
It's up to you. So yeah, if you have any, if something is coming up for you right now about a belief that or a situation in your life that you think is based on a belief, everything is that you want to bring up and ask about, you can raise your hand or you can type it in the chat. I think that's what you meant, Neetta, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So hold on one second. I mean, like, here I'm talking, and I'm like, okay, let me take a breath. Let me have a sip of water. And so sometimes a lot of conversation can also start to bring up stuff that conversation about beliefs, about life can start to bring up stuff that we've been challenged with, struggling with. But sometimes we don't have the words. Like nothing is, somebody might say nothing is working. Well, something is working, but what part of nothing is not working, right? Sometimes by getting clear on that, like what part of life is not working right now.
And the whole life doesn't have to work perfectly all the time. I mean, we're humans, so we feel that many times we feel, and a lot of them who walk the spiritual path start feeling because it's been again told to us. The society wants it of you, or maybe like you have friends who say, "Oh, you're so spiritual, and how can you get angry?" But you're a human at the end of it. You're not a clone, or you're not an AI, or whatever. It's good to emote, because someone who doesn't get angry ever is going to burst one fine day.
Yeah.
So as a human being, you are going to feel, you're going to emote, you're going to have thoughts, good and bad, and it's okay to have all those thoughts. And you don't have to curb yourself and say that I'm walking the spiritual path and I've done da 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 modalities, and that's all good, and I can't get angry, or I can't give someone a piece of my mind. No, you don't have to.
Yeah, absolutely. We are still living in this reality where it's important for us to express ourselves. But I always say express yourself with kindness and compassion if possible. But sometimes if you need to, you know, uh, get angry at somebody, then maybe that's for the best, right? But it's about accepting who you are as you are without judgment, right? So I get mad sometimes, I get angry, I get frustrated. I wish I was a little bit more easygoing and, I don't know. I'm a serious person, but but when I do let my hair down and laugh and stuff, it's like it's great, right? But I'm mostly more of a serious type of person, and so that doesn't mean that it's just because I'm spiritual. No, I've always been like that, right? So I've always been the quiet one. I've always been the more serious one, um, But there are moments when I can have fun, but it's not as often, unfortunately.
Having fun is also important.
Yeah.
And,
So
and
Annette, go
there's
ahead.
something else that I would like to speak on. That we have this in today's day and age. Everyone is like speaking of dimensions, and they are so important. Yes, the dimensions are important. Like, okay, as in when like you go on to the fifth dimension, like it's said that by 2030 you would have majority of the population on planet Earth who would be living in fifth dimension. And we all know that it's not a destination. Fifth dimension is not a destination, it's a state of mind. So in the fifth dimension, you would have, you would be looked after. So you wouldn't have to pay so much attention to where the money comes, or why would we need money today? Is to have that life that we all wish that to live. Like, I want a good pair of shoes. I want a good pair of handbags, and I want all luxuries and comforts and stuff like that. So when that starts coming automatically to you, you wouldn't you wouldn't need to say, oh my God, my job is to make XYZ amount, or I want money in my bank. So that's a very third dimension approach, to want money in your bank,
Right.
because it's really not doing anything. I mean, it's energy, and energy is just stuck in the bank. So when our thought process moves on to the fifth dimension, and we all will reach there eventually. So you can't say that, oh, it means I'm going to be there and I'm not going to be in the third dimension. No, because the majority of the people, like if you live in a country like India, India is a third dimension country. So there's lack, there's fear, there's competition 24/7. So if you are going to interact with people, normal people, like your security guards, your staff, your maybe your neighbors or someone on the road. They are in the third dimension, and it's not that it's bad, just that we all are at different levels. They will also reach where we think we are. So it doesn't mean that just because you have reached the fifth dimension, you're not going to get angry, because that's a third dimensional habit. So you are going to go up and down. You are going to come down at some point, your consciousness,
Yeah,
because you're
absolutely.
still on planet Earth. So your consciousness is going to come down. So even if we go fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, or ninth, but you would still come down because you're living on planet Earth.
Yeah, I agree. Totally. Yep. And there's no judgment in that. So
No judgment.
even in a day like today, for example, my energy is going to be fluctuating, be going up and down throughout the day, depending on my thoughts and beliefs and what
Yes.
I'm choosing, and whatever's happening in the day, and that's normal. Okay, that is
Yes.
totally normal. Um, so yeah, thank you for that. So Annette says it's hard enough to deal with my beliefs. Never mind my ancestors. I have no clue what they went through. It doesn't matter, Annette. It doesn't matter what your ancestors went through. And I'm going to be totally honest and totally forthright here. It doesn't matter about anything that happened in the past, in the future. What matters is right now, your life right now. Okay? So, does my inner work ripple back through timelines which affect my ancestors? Absolutely.
Yes, it does. Yes.
Yeah, but the key point is still you're working on you. But everything that you do affects your ancestors and future generations. So that's why it's like I'm so grateful that I do as much healing work, inner work that I do, because I know it's helping my ancestors and it's helping my kids and their kids
Then
eventually.
generation, yeah. So whatever you clear, I mean, if you ever doubt that, whatever you're doing, whichever modality that you're working with, as long as you have the intention that whatever is I am clearing is going high up into the ancestral lineage and the next generation,
Yeah.
because that otherwise it does happen automatically too.
Yeah, it happens automatically because, if you really look at it, whatever work we do for ourselves, we are doing on behalf of everybody else as well. So everybody in the collective, everybody in the present moment, everybody in the future, everybody in the past, because all is now as it is, right? So everything we do affects everything. Um, Good, I'm
Yes.
glad. She said, "Thank you. Those words made my heart space expand." Awesome. Yes, but you focus on you, right? You have to focus on you and what's happening with you right now, and work on clearing that, healing that, whatever word you want to use, changing that, transforming that, so that you can have more ease in your life, in the here and now. Okay? Awesome. I'm glad that helped. I mean, I know we had, Dr. Monique on last week, and we talked about ancestors, and that was great. It was a great, but that was more about a resource and the support to connect with them for their wisdom, and etc. Right? But yes, everything that we do, everything that they do, is ripples out to all of us. So
And actually, when we speak of our ancestors, so we're talking of a lineage, yeah. Like so, your parents, their parents, their parents, and their parents, and their parents, and it goes beyond that. So if you are coming in from that lineage, that thought process, that perception, could also mean that you are actually your own ancestor at some point. You
Yeah.
know, so when you are your own ancestor, if you are, then whatever you are doing at that point, whatever you are doing or clearing, you were anyways meant to clear because you couldn't do it at that point. And so you are born here today. So I think there's this concept where they say that, sometimes you are like you are the game changer
Mm-hmm.
because you are your ancestor, and what you couldn't do then, you come back again in that lineage to change it. So when you change it, so that's how it's going to ripple up, and
Yeah.
they all are going to get that healing or the change of perception in your in the thought or the subconscious that you had is going to go all the way down there and then to the next generation also.
Yeah. Absolutely. I still can't wrap my head around, me being my own ancestor, but I know there's a thing, but my logical mind can't wrap my head around it.
Okay, so should I explain how it is?
If you can, that'd be great.
So if you see that in Hinduism, you have these stuff called gotra.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is from a lineage, right? So
Yeah.
there, so you have like I don't know how many gotras are there in Hinduism, but that gotra means you are from that ancestral lineage. So you could be like, say, the ancestral lineage goes beyond thousands of years.
Right.
Okay, so the souls there, like you, as after you pass away, it is yeah, it's just the soul that remains, right? The body is gone. So the soul does take rebirth. Why are we taking rebirth? We're taking rebirth because we are meant to learn from A to Z, all of us, as example, from A to Z in the school of life called planet Earth. And this is the greatest teacher of all, like, I mean, the greatest school of all. So if you have to learn from A to Z, and if you are just midway in M or N, and you have to go beyond that, O, P, L, M, Q, or whatever. So you take rebirth, and you have to learn that. So you might have to learn. So that's where the soul beliefs come into place here. That you had to learn A to Z, but you take birth to this XYZ mom, and you take on her beliefs and your
Right.
dad's beliefs and someone else's beliefs, and then the society is also telling you to do something. Those beliefs that you had come on this on in this lifetime to live or to learn or to teach remains aside. The soul
Yeah.
beliefs. Yeah. So then you're like, again halfway done. So going back to the Gotra, I think I went off tangent. So going back to the Gotra, they all are from that one lineage. So when your soul is reincarnating, you would never know whether you are your ancestor. But if you are from that Gotra, you are one of your ancestors, which must have been born a million years ago, maybe, because that's where the Gotras had started, right? And I mean, it originated there
Mm-hmm.
millions of years ago.
Wow.
So that's where how that theory comes, that you are one of your ancestors. So it could be one of your ancestors.
Right.
And
Right.
and why not? So that's how, so sometimes you say, oh my God, she looks like the great grandfather, or like maybe
Right.
it's just our way of saying, oh, she has the same hair or the same eyes or whatever. But that's where that theory comes, that you could be one of your ancestors.
Okay. Interesting. I didn't know, I never understood that. So it's like, okay, awesome. Thank you. And of course it makes sense as well because we are constantly growing and it's not like in one lifetime we learn everything.
Yeah.
We definitely do not, right? We don't experience everything, we don't learn everything, and so then we need to come back. Uh, huh. Okay, awesome. Thank you. And Barbara says because all time is connected in the now, so what you do now affects all life, past, present, future. Absolutely, totally agree. And so the best thing that we can do for ourselves, for our ancestors, for our future generations is to do that inner work, right? But we're doing it primarily for us, but at the
Yes.
same time, it ripples out to everybody else as well.
Yeah.
It helps everyone. We are eternal beings.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Awesome. All right, so I'm just looking at the time. Let's sorry, we're gonna do the womb healing and the mini theta healing session in just a
Yeah.
second, but I wanted to, before we do that, I just wanted to quickly go over the special offer packages. So I'm just going to share my screen in a second, and then we'll do the womb healing and mini theta healing session, okay? Sounds good, everyone. Let me share my screen.
So are they all there, like with their videos off or not? I mean, so
Yeah, most people have their videos off.
no. So are they there? But
Yes. Yeah. All right, so I'm just going to share my screen here. You should be able to see it. Okay. So Neetta has 4 packages that she's sharing with us today. So let's just quickly talk about these. So package A is a Theta Healing Basic DNA 3 days program course. I have taken this myself, 1 and 2, level 1 and 2. So thoroughly enjoyed it. Thoroughly. I highly recommend it. So Neetta, can you tell us a little bit about this program?
so it's a certified program from Think Academy USA, and I mean that's where the founder is, and Vienna is the founder, and so it's a 3 day program where you will be certified in theta healing basic DNA, and you will learn how you will learn the levels of the consciousness. Um, you will learn about belief levels, 4 belief levels, and you would also learn how to go up to the source power, which is the seventh plane, and what to release and how to release it, and how to put in beneficial downloads. And you would also learn how to manifest, to do your connection to your spirit guides, and I don't have it right now over here,
Yeah,
but
it's okay.
you learn much more. You will also learn how to do soul fragmentation,
Yeah, soul
soul,
fragment retrieval. Yeah.
yes, retrieval, and what else?
There's a lot of healing that takes place
Yes,
in this
a lot of healing.
program, and there's also the future reading that's done. Um, but
Oh, yeah. There
it
is
helps.
the DNA healing also. Like you would learn how to heal different things in the basic DNA. And when you get that certification, you can actually practice it on yourself and on someone else. And also heal someone else through theta healing. Because theta healing, um, there are times when I would say 85% of that in my experience of so many years, there have been instant healings also. So
Mm,
instant healings. When I say healing, it's changing basically. So your
yeah,
beliefs change instantly because the moment you see it, the root cause, that's where it happens. It's like because we are any human being realizes, oh my God, this is what was actually the cause of my entire suffering. And that's when it clicks. It also
yeah,
increases your psychic awareness in life. And you just go up to the seventh plane and you bathe yourself with unconditional love. And actually it works wonders.
yeah. It's very powerful. And so this is obviously on Zoom, right?
Yes, it is on Zoom. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I mean, with these guys, it would be on Zoom. Yes.
Yes, exactly. So that's package A. And then package B is soul shifting from surviving to thriving. Is this also a workshop or a class, or I'm
It's a
assuming,
workshop, yes.
yeah.
It's a workshop where you would have you would learn wound healing, where you would have a wound healing done on you. There would be the taking of your beliefs. So it's almost like doing a session for 6 hours. A theta
Okay.
session for 6 hours, basically,
Okay.
because we'll be doing. I would teach you to do your manifestation, how to manifest a protection with your Merkaba. It'll be a cord cutting also. Actually, these are 4 different sessions. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
The wound healing is a separate session. The digging for your beliefs, for what a client comes to you with. So that is also your a soul retrieval with cord cutting of things, people that you want out of your life. Manifestation with your Merkaba. So these are actually 4 different sessions.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So these are like 4 group calls, almost
You
like
could
four
do it
group
separately,
sessions.
or you could also do it in a group. Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Awesome. So that's package B, and that's for $100. And of course, that is also going to be on Zoom for all of us,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And then package C is the Protect and Connect 6-hour workshop.
Yes. Yes. This is where you. This is basically going into the consciousness, actually. So you learn about your chakras, you will learn about the Markaba and how to make it work for you, and how to have a protection where you're connected to Mother Earth, and as well as to the heart of the universe, which is Andromeda. So you're going to do that, and that when a person does every, I mean, I do it daily. So you're connected to the divine, as well as you're connected to, I mean, you're rooted in your reality also. And then so there's light language and mudras for you. I teach about 10 light language chantings. So they are not mantras, but they are light language words, which is associated with different type of mudra. So it's energy.
Yeah.
So it's complete energy, and at the end, of course, you balance your soul light.
Okay. Awesome. And then this is also a 6-hour class or workshop
Yes, yes, yes,
on
it is.
Zoom. Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. Interesting. And then package D is again, another workshop, 6 calls in 4 weeks to open your psychic abilities.
So 1 month, 6 calls in 4 weeks. Yes.
Yeah. And this includes 2 theta sessions, coaching, 4 coaching
Yeah.
sessions, distant energy healing sessions, and PDFs, audio files, and a free Pleiadian self-healing technique audio, right?
So that's yes.
So this is going to help people to awaken their abilities, open their psychic abilities, or enhance them, their psychic abilities and intuition, I guess.
Yes.
Awesome. And again, this is also going to be on Zoom, and this is package D is 255. So awesome. I love it. I mean, like again, I've already done basic DNA, so but the other 3 packages I was like, oh, this looks like fun. There's some wonderful testimonials and feedback from folks who have worked with Neetta in the past, so you can check those out as well. And of course, there's a much fuller bio here on the page, so you can please check that out. So again, these 4 packages, there are payment plans available for them if you are paying in USD. So please do check that out. And if you're paying in INR, there are options for paying in INR as well. Okay, so please check out this package. And I normally do put the uh, link in the chat, but I will put that in now. So no worries. All right, so that's wonderful. I definitely am interested in 3 of the packages. Out of 4, definitely 3 of them are like right up my alley. It's like sounds like fun. Awesome. I love it. All right, so who is excited about the womb healing and mini theta session? Because I know I am. So let me. Obviously I have done womb healing as well, but I love to receive, right? So when I receive from somebody, I totally get out of my facilitator role, host role, everything role. I'm just receiving.
So do we have a time limit here? Like it's
No, we're good. I mean, not half an hour, but but like 20 minutes would be 10, 15
yes,
minutes would be good.
yes.
I don't know how long it takes.
About 15, 20 minutes? Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
So because I would give everyone 5 minutes in the room,
Okay.
and I'll be holding space outside, and each one of you would be in your mother's room. So 5 minutes is what most people manage. Yes.
Okay. Just remember that we can't have too much silence, dead air, just because it's going to be on YouTube later, and if somebody happens to jump on now, they'll be confused, like what's going on, why is it so quiet?
So then how do I mean, in that 5 minutes, no one is going to be disturbing anyone. So you could edit that out then later, the 5 minutes.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. Yeah, let's just enjoy it.
Otherwise, yeah, because the 5 minutes when a person is in a mother's room, I can't talk.
Yeah. Yeah. And it goes by really quickly too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Yeah. No, let's just enjoy it.
out in your YouTube thing, the 5 minutes.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay.
So what do we need to do first?
Okay, so nothing. I'm going to guide you through the theta. I'm going to just give a small description of how it goes. So we are going to go from the first dimension. No, sorry, from the first plane to the seventh plane. So the first plane is where. Should I explain to them or no? But you just say I'm going to the seventh plane.
Sure. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, for those of you who are here, I think most people are familiar with the seven planes, but maybe not. I don't know.
So in theta level, the first plane is where it's like underground, where you have rocks, crystals, and stuff like that. So the people who work with the healers who work with crystals and rocks and sand and stuff like that are the ones who are working in the first plane. The second plane is the plants and the foliage, trees, etc. So when you work in Ayurveda, you work from the second plane, and those essential oils you work from the second plane. So the third plane is where you and I are all the living people, the animals, etc., are on the third plane. The fourth plane is where people who pass away and are still in spirits are on the fourth plane. Those who have not taken another body are on the fourth plane. So shamanism works from the fourth plane. Any kind of tantra magic works from the fourth plane. Fifth plane is where we have all the angels and the spirit guides and the gurus and stuff like that, or the ascended masters. They are on the fifth plane. So anyone who works with angels, etc., are working from the fifth plane. Sixth plane is where you have frequencies, and you have this sound frequencies, and you have the light codes and the light language. That is on the sixth plane. So people who work with light language and light codes are working from the sixth plane. And seventh plane is a plane of the source power, which is the creator, and some call it God also. So that is the seventh plane. So when we go in theta, I'm going to guide you to go to the seventh plane, and we're going to work from there. So we all will be in the seventh plane. Theta is a brain wave, like alpha, beta, theta, gamma, delta. So we are going to be in theta brain wave when we are going to be doing this sort of guided tour, guided session. So we all going to shut our eyes, and I want you all to sit comfortably wherever you are, maybe lying down or seated is much better instead of lying down. So you all can be seated with your back upright. Not to cross your feet, so you could keep it like on another chair or like however. Yeah. So we're going to start now. We're going to take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Take a deep breath in, breathe in, and breathe out. Take another deep breath in, breathe in, breathe out through your mouth. And you're going to see your consciousness go down to Mother Earth. It goes down through your limbs, the thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, the sole of your feet. It goes down below your feet into Mother Earth. And I'm going to pull that energy up. And you're going to come back to the same route through your limbs, all the way up to the base of your spine. And as this energy goes up to the top of your head, it's going to go through your chakras. It's going to open and balance all your chakras. So it's going to go through your root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, crown. And at the top of your head, on the crown, you're going to imagine or visualize a big ball of white light. And with your consciousness in it and this energy that you pulled out from Mother Earth, this big ball of white light is going to go towards the seventh plane. It's going to go higher and higher and higher as it goes up to the seventh plane, which is the tingly, bright white light. As you keep going up towards the seventh plane, you're going to see layers of light, bright lights, dark lights, still keep going higher and higher and higher. You're going to pass golden lights, you're going to pass this jelly-like substance, which are the universal laws, and still keep going higher and higher to this tingly, bright white light, which is the seventh plane. You're going to go through this pink veil of compassion and still go a little more higher and higher to this tingly, bright white light. Once you reach here, your big ball of white light is going to merge with the tingly bright white light in the seventh plane. Here we're going to ask the Creator to shower you with unconditional love. And you're going to see the Creator's tingly bright white light enter from the top of your head, go into your forehead, your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth, into your throat, back of your neck. It's going to enter your torso. It goes into your left arm and the right arm, and the tingly bright white light goes to the tip of your fingers. As it enters your torso, it goes into your heart, all your major organs, your heart, your lungs. Goes into your liver, kidneys, pancreas, stomach, your small intestine, large intestine, colon. Goes into your gallbladder. Goes into your womb, your uterus. You're going to see your top torso, from your head to your hip, your entire body tingling with this tingly, bright, white light as it's entered every cell of your body. From your hips, it goes into your left leg and the right leg, and your lower body is tingling every sense. Your thighs, your knees, your calves, your shins, your ankles, sole of your feet. You see tingly bright white light in the tip of your toes. Here we're going to ask Creator to shower you with unconditional love once again. And you're going to see the stingly bright white light go into your bloodstream, your oxygen levels, your veins, your cartilages. You're going to request to balance your minerals in your bodies. Whatever is required stays, all else is sent to light. We're also going to request the stingly bright white light to go into your oxygen level, your bloodstream, into every vein, every cartilage, every ligament, every bones in your joints, and the liquid in your joints, into your mitochondria, to every cells of your body. And here we're going to ask the Creator to take us into a mother's womb where it all began. So we're going to request Creator, that is commanded and requested, that we go into your mother's womb, where you're going to see, feel, hear, experience. And we're going to also use discernment to see whether those feelings that you see, feel, were yours, or that of someone else's, or your mother's. So the count of 3, you're going to be in your mother's womb. I'm going to leave you there for 5 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes, while I'm going to hold space for you outside. So the count of 3, you're going to be in your mother's womb. 1, 2, and 3. So here you're going to see, feel, hear. Someone feels it's getting uncomfortable and they wish to speak and ask something, you can unmute yourself and talk. So whatever we saw, felt, emoted there in the womb, anything, any of those beliefs that's felt stressful, we're going to release them all. We're going to ask the Creator to release all the beliefs that you decided were painful, are going to be released. All the poisonous thoughts, all the toxicness that you could have picked up knowingly, unknowingly, I'm going to be sent to light. I'm going to ask the Creator to send a whole lot of unconditional love to that baby in the womb, nurturing, nourishment to that baby in the womb. We're also going to send support and acceptance, feelings of support and feelings of acceptance to the baby in the womb. So as you take a deep breath in, you're going to see yourself with unconditional love. You're going to see this baby in the womb floating in all that love, acceptance, nourishment, nurturing. You're also going to sense some feeling of celebration, of all or being celebrated to that baby in the womb. And all those feelings we're going to send back to that mother, to the umbilical cord. So that mom, your mother, also knows all the feelings of love, nourishment, nurturing, acceptance, support, and being celebrated. Stand, stand, stand. And at the count of 3, you're going to come back out of the womb. So count 1, 2, and 3. So if anyone would like to speak about the womb experience, if not, we could do some downloads also, if anyone wants to. Shefali.
Sure, yeah. So for me, what I got was that I didn't feel safe in the womb.
Okay.
There was a lot of stress, and and so I realized that maybe my mom also didn't feel safe at that time.
Yes. So you took on her feeling at that time.
Yeah, and I think that may be why I was born 2 months premature as well,
Okay. Okay. Makes sense. Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, and then once the unconditional love and acceptance and support and nourishment came in, I felt much calmer
Yeah.
and lighter. Yeah,
Lighter. Yes. Yes.
yes, for sure. Annette says, I'm the third child. It feels like my father wanted only 2 children. And she said I was premature as well.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. She says that. Yes. So usually when we do a one-on-one session, so that's when you actually go individually with, like, the client keeps talking about what he or she's picking up, and you keep clearing that.
Right.
So here it's like I can't even see the faces here,
Yeah.
or that there's no, like, sort of no interaction. But yeah, we've downloaded the basic things of nourishment, of being supported or accepted,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So
And
so
and
just
I think that's important, having those downloads of support and acceptance and
yeah,
nurturing and nourishment. I
yeah.
definitely felt them.
So is there anyone who wants to speak about the beliefs picked up in the womb?
Hmm.
And is there any specific that downloads that we could do after this?
Yeah. So maybe do some, I guess, general downloads around safety. That's the big one I'm getting. So a lot of
Yes,
people are not feeling safe, especially right now in this reality. Even if people are not feeling safe, right?
yeah, yeah. So we could just do that. So everyone is okay out of the womb now.
Yeah, let us know in the chat, or you can unmute and let us know how you're doing. And if you feel like there's something coming up that you would like a download for, just let us
Yeah,
know. Because again, like I said, the big one that was coming to me was safety, but also what's coming to me is like the freedom, and the freedom I'm getting is like the freedom to speak and the freedom to be and the freedom to create.
to be your own authentic self.
Hmm.
Actually, that's what is needed. Okay, so
Yeah.
we're going to shut our eyes again, and we're going to see what is it that we need today. We'll ask source power to guide us today to see what is it that. So you take a deep breath in once more, breathe out, and we connect to the seventh plane, to the seventh plane, and we're actually going to ask the creator to remove any kind of doubt, any kind of fear that might have stemmed from any any situation in life, or by hearing, by audio, visual, whatever, any kind of um, amount of lack, of feeling that we are not good enough, or that um, the place that we live is not good enough. All these feelings are removed from every areas of your life, every cells of your body, and every belief levels sent to light. We also going to remove these feelings that we have to be tied, or that we don't have freedom, or that we are in lack. To remove that and send it to light, or that we are in this place of competition, because I feel the war is all about competition today. So any kind of feelings, or any kind um, group consciousness, if we have picked up any feelings of lack of freedom, or lack of worth, or lack of or complete competition, we're going to remove that and send it to light. Any fear for life, for any fear of existence that could be there, we're going to set it to light. All these removed from every areas of our life, every cells of our bodies, from every belief levels, core, soul, genetic, and disordered history level, and also all receptors shut for this, whatever, the end of time. We're also going to download feelings that you know what it feels like to be safe in your existence and in your environment and in your country, wherever you are. We also know what it feels like to have freedom to do what you what you like, what you believe in, what you desire, that you know what it feels like to have the choices in creating, choices in living, choices in audio, visual, everything. That you also know the creator's perception of having freedom, and that you also know what it feels like to have the creator's perception of having abundance and everything that you desire in life. Shivali, anything else you feel like? Anything else that you feel that you would like to have?
No, I think that was good. I'm definitely feeling the clearing and the downloads.
Okay, so all these downloaded into every areas of your life, every cells of your body, every belief levels, course, genetic and resolved at history level. Right here, right now, in all languages spoken. Thank you. It's done, it's done, it's done. Let me witness it. Okay, there's something that's coming up. So would you like to know what it feels like to have your masculine and the feminine balanced in life? That you know that it's that the male and the female within you is balanced. And I would
Yes.
also say that the divine feminine within you and the divine masculine within you is balanced. And we're also getting another download that you know what it feels like to have the creator's perception of abundance in manifesting the life that you desire. So all these downloaded into every areas of your life, every cells of your body, every belief levels, will genetic and resolved at history level. And sit and all receptors open for these downloads till the end of time. So let's shower ourselves with unconditional love of the creators. And as we all come back, see your consciousness once again on top of your head in this big ball of light. And you see your consciousness go down through your body to the sole of your feet. Any excess energy that you would have accumulated today in this session is given to Mother Earth. And your consciousness comes up into your heart center. Whenever you're ready, you may open your eyes.
Oh, my goodness. Drink some water, everyone, for sure.
Yes, drink a sip of water or a glass of water.
So I was yawning quite a lot during the clearing and downloads, and I felt them a lot in the front and the back of the head. There was a lot. How's everyone else doing? Oh, I'm still yawning.
Actually, here because it's all actually come to us from external source. The fear today is come from that external source today through probably social media. Where else?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Everyone feeling
Yeah. How's everyone feeling? Let us know in the chat how you're doing. What did you experience? What did you feel? What was coming up for you? Ugh, that was quite potent at the end for sure. Oh, but yeah, that was a lot. I mean, it was quick, right? The downloads and the clearings at the end were quick, but they were like so powerful. I'm still feeling them.
so you should have some water.
Yeah, definitely. water, ground, be in your body. All right. So
So,
I'm assuming everyone's good.
yes, everyone's good. I think so.
I think so. Everyone's good. Whew, good. Julie says, good, interesting, seeing things from this perspective, still processing everything. Yeah, and you'll still process throughout the day and overnight as well.
Yes,
So that's good. Just keep drinking water from time to time. It'll help with the integration as well. But you'll definitely integrate overnight for sure. Whew. Good, 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 good. Thank you. Thank you so much, Neeta. That was wonderful.
yes, it was. Welcome.
Very powerful. It's like, oh my goodness. It's like, oh, maybe I should go back and start doing some theta healing for myself. Annette says, I'm feeling immense self-love. Oh, good. I like that. Awesome. I like that.
Because we're connected to our own being. That's so important.
Yeah, beautiful. All right. So, any last words of wisdom, Neeta, before we go today? I'm like exhausted. I mean, I feel like I could take a nap now, but I have another call in a few minutes, but I feel like I could take a nap.
Okay. So I think we've said it all, and like we've discussed it all. Just would like to say that we it's very important that whatever we have, because we are in this human life, we have gone through ups and downs. I mean, for some it's been a roller coaster. So you don't have to get out of the roller coaster, but you could, of course, control the speed that it doesn't dip so much that you want to throw up.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen. I mean, I hate roller coasters myself, so I don't like that feeling in my tummy. So it helps if we change the narrative of life. Like, so how do you do that? You change, you tweak how you look at it. Like when I tell people to change their narrative, they feel that, oh, it's my story of life and I need to tell this to people. And yes, but if you see that, what if that was not so bad? What did you learn from that? What are the jewels that you got from there? That issue that happened to you in your entire life, through your childhood, or your teenage, or your young adulthood. What was it? So that is what I mean when I say you change your narrative. That
Mm.
you don't change the story. The story remains the same because you can't rewrite your life, but you can rewrite your future. And that
Yeah.
you can do only when you have seen that what's happened to you in a different light. And
Yeah.
when you start changing your narrative of what happened, because the more we speak about it, oh my God, I suffered so much, I suffered. You're only going to attract that. That's a law of manifestation. You're going to attract what you speak the most, what you think the most. And we feel that only if I write down in a journal, I'm manifesting. No, we're manifesting 24/7. The good,
That's true.
the bad,
Yeah.
the good and the bad. Yeah. So why not change your narrative of that story that you had and transform it into a better life of what we want in life, what we desire and what we dream for in life.
Yeah. Absolutely. And we are the creators of our lives, so don't forget that. So we do have that power to change the narrative, to change the beliefs, to change the story, or change the perspective, and our future story for sure, right? So we do have that power. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Neeta. And thank you, everybody, for being here. I hope you enjoyed the womb healing, the downloads, the clearing, the theta healing clearing. It was, for me, it was quite powerful and intense. The womb healing was very gentle and nurturing at the end, which was exactly what I needed. But it gives me so much more, it gives me a different perspective on my mother, right? And
Yes.
at that time, what she might have been experiencing. So it was eye opening
And it
for me.
was never yours, it was hers, the belief.
Yeah, it was
Like,
never mine, it was hers.
yeah,
Absolutely.
it was always hers. And yeah, and that's her soul journey.
Yes, exactly.
So you can only send her love
Yeah,
unconditional.
yeah, absolutely. You're so welcome, Julie. She said, thank you for the experience. It was wonderful. Awesome. I'm glad. Awesome. So, everyone, please go back and check out the special offer page. I will have the recordings out in a little while. So, go back and watch and listen, go through the process again for yourself if you need to. But I would, you know, give yourself time to integrate as well the healing that we did and the womb healing, the clearing, the downloads, receive those and continue to drink water throughout the day.
Yeah,
And
because
definitely,
all subtle. They're all subtle. They're going to work on you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. For some of you, they may be subtle. For me, they seemed quite powerful, right? So it just depends, right? But they are working.
Right
So
into it.
yeah, exactly. So this was awesome. I loved it. And please take a look at the packages. Like I said to Neeta, I've done level one, so I don't need to do that. But the other three packages sound wonderful. I'm definitely interested on board. I was like, yeah, I definitely want to do that. So I hope to see some of you also in those Zoom calls for those workshops. Okay. So thank you so much, Neeta. This was wonderful. Thank you, thank you. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you for having me, and thank you so much for this lovely audience. I wish I'd spoken to them, but it was wonderful, and I hope that mini healing works on you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And you'll be back April 15th, so we'll see you then again,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yes. So thank you so much, everyone. Oh, I got 2 minutes. Thank you so much, everyone. So until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all love and blessings. Bye for now. And we'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, okay? Bye, everyone.